YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy T, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And tonight's live is going to be on my top 10 most explosive players in fantasy football. Now, listen, you might be wondering why am I doing a video on the most explosive players in fantasy football? Well, I believe in explosive players over targets. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not going to draft a guy who's being hyper-targeted. Yes, I will have those guys on my team. I will have guys on my team that are getting goal line touches and 20 carries a game, right? But I like guys who can get big plays because I believe you win fantasy football weeks and championship with big plays. So, for instance, if I have a guy that hits 2 60-yard touchdowns on 3 catches, it gives me, 25, 30 points because of the yards and the touchdowns and even bonus yards because you might be playing in a bonus league. Then I can beat a guy who has players who's getting 6 or 7 targets like a Tyler Boyd, those type of guys. So even in PPR, I like explosive players. So guys, listen, tonight, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. I said what I said, this is cutting edge content. Yes, sir, I see you, Big Will. First one to comment. All right, let me do something real quick here, guys. Okay, there we go. There we go. And let me know what y'all think about the side view. What's going on, Harambe? What's up, bro? Okay. I'm trying to get this thing off the screen. Can you come off the screen? That's one thing about technology, guys. When you're doing something, I see you, bro. When you're doing something new. Okay. All right, you know what? It's not gonna go down. I don't care. I'm gonna keep this live going. Okay. Guys, hold up. What's going on, Big Will? I forgot my drink. He says, view looks good. Thank you, Harambe. Appreciate that, bro. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's go here. All right, guys. So let's talk about some news before we get started. Okay, there we go. Top chat. So live, all messages are visible. Okay. This is crazy. All right. So, guys, let's talk about some recent news. I see here that Ramondre Stevenson got a deal. So that's going to tell you. So I think Ramondre Stevenson, guys, I'm going to do a video with Ramondre Stevenson, and his value is going to be booming. So what I mean, I think he's going to be skyrocketing up the rankings. I think he's going to go from probably an ADP of round 9 or 8 all the way up to about round 5 now. Great 0 RB target. So this is what they're saying. According to ESPN, according to Underdog, they're saying that Stevenson has agreed to a 4-year, $36 million extension with the Patriots. According to ESPN, Adam Scheffler, the 4th-year runner started just 12 games last year because of injury issues and had a career low of 4 yards per carry. And 4 rushing touchdowns, but enters the season with a clean slate and a starting opportunity once again. The Patriots did add Antonio Gibson to their backfield via free agent through Gibson. Via free agent through Gibson is likely to play more of the passing down role. So expect both players to contribute to the backfield, but Stevenson is going to be the goal line guy, and the Patriots view him as a legitimate starting running back. So I want to talk about Ramondre Stevenson, guys. So he's skyrocketing up the rankings. Okay, this is going to my boy Roll. He loved Marvin Harrison. Harambe loves Marvin Harrison. This is what they're saying about Marvin Harrison in the offseason. They said Harrison has impressed throughout the OTAs and mandatory minicamp and quickly solidified himself as the top option in Arizona wide receiver room. Harrison was fully expected to ascend as the #1 target for quarterback Kyler Murray upon being chosen #4 overall. There is no surprise at this offseason transition to the NFL has been pretty seamless, Coach Jonathan Gannon says. That it's been easy for him. And they says Harrison has had no issues picking up the Arizona playbook, with positional mate Michael Wilson calling him very great. That's quotes and quotes. And they said, according to Michael Wilson, I truly think sky's the limit for Harrison. Tight end Trey McBride may represent more real competition for targets than fellow wideouts Wilson and Dortch. And I've been telling y'all that all year. I think Trey McBride is going to be like the go-to guy, but who knows? I think Marvin Harrison can be the fourth quadrant and lead this team in the fourth quadrant. But early, I think they're going to trust Trey McBride a little bit more. Let me see. So yeah, guys, they say his ADP is rising up in fantasy. So Marvin Harrison might be being picked in the first round in some drafts. So like I'm saying, guys, make sure you put all your comments. I see some of your comments. I will get to them. But I don't want to mess up the show. I want people to be able to come in after I give out a little bit of news and just be able to get my players. Because if I answer questions early, it messes up the live for people who's going to view it after this is over. So I appreciate everybody being here. Make sure you do the HBO special as one of the channels that I watch says. Help a brother out. Hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Okay, so let's begin. The first guy, y'all know who this is. He's on the thumbnail, and it's Tyreek Hill. Tyreek. Now, I drafted Tyreek Hill over Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, CMC last year and the year before, and like 80% of my drafts. I did take Justin Jefferson in a couple drafts ahead of him because Justin Jefferson just like that with Kirk Cousins. But majority of the time, I got Tyreek Hill. And the reason why was the big plays. He's more explosive. I didn't think he was going to get hyper target like he did 2 years ago, right, when he first got to Miami. I was like, well, he might get about 7 targets a game, and he's going to score like twice. Whoo! This boy is getting 12 targets a game and scoring like twice, maybe 3 times. And he's also getting big plays every time he's catching the ball. His ADOT is unbelievable. Yards per catch is unbelievable, and he has the targets. I've never seen a wide receiver maybe since Randy Moss. I don't even think Randy Moss got that many targets a game. So guys who can score anytime when they touch the ball, usually they don't get hyper targeted. That's why I say Tyreek Hill should be your #1 pick. So Tyreek Hill, I'm not gonna sit here and try to break Tyreek Hill, other than telling y'all that I've been on Tyreek Hill for about 5 or 6 years. He's one of my favorite players in NFL history. I think he's going to go down as one of the top 5 offensive players to ever play the game outside of a quarterback. All right, moving on. This guy's his teammate. Y'all should know who it is. It's Devon Achane. Yes, sir, it's Devon Achane. And the reason why I am targeting Devon Achane in the late second, and if you want to, just because you like explosive players, you can take him in the beginning of the second round. I'm not going to tell you take him in the first round, but the beginning of the second round, you can do that if you don't think he's coming back around. You're like, if you at the turn and you want to take Devon Achane and then Jahmyr Gibbs or whoever you want to take with Devon Achane, I don't think that's a bad pick. I said what I said. I don't think that's a bad pick because this guy is explosive. He picked up weight this year. Pause. So why would Devon Achane pick up weight? He still wants to be explosive, right? You know, Mike McDaniels told the guy, said, listen, bro, we're not going to hold you back this year, so we need to make sure that you got the weight that you're not going to get injured. So that's why they drafted Jalen Wright, because they're going to let Devon Achane go. So, guys, don't be scared that Devon Achane going to get sniped. I'm actually fading Raheem Mostert this year because I think that Devon Achane is going to be the main running back, and he's going to get the goal line touches majority of the time on his team. Now, he can get hurt. He's volatile. So if you want to go get Jalen Wright, you want to get Raheem Mostert, I understand that. So Devon Achane is one of the most explosive players in fantasy football. And again, I said this already earlier. The reason why I like explosive players because I believe they can win you a fantasy week on one play. I mean, if you score a 70-yard touchdown, you're getting that 7 points. You're getting the 6 points, so that's 13. And then you probably can get the bonus points for scoring over 40 or 50-yard touchdown. Most leagues have that in their scoring now. If you score like a 30, 40-yard, 50-yard touchdown, you're going to get bonus points. And they also going to use them more in the passing game this year. Go read up on them. They said they're going to use them more in the passing game. So I love Devon Achane. Moving on to my number 3 guy. My number 3 guy is going to be Jahmyr Gibbs. Yes, guys, Jahmyr Gibbs. And the reason why that I believe that Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be one of the most explosive players, and we saw that last year, guys, is they're going to use him in the passing game, and David Montgomery is going to soften up the defense. Pause. So when not Devon, but when Jahmyr Gibbs come in the game, 30 point, 40 points, 50-yard, 60-yard touchdown. Did you see how explosive this guy is? Like last year, like he was getting the ball, he was, he was gone. Even when he got pushed out of bounds. If they didn't push him out of bounds, he was gone for 50, 60 yards. He way more explosive than David Montgomery. And they're going to use him a little bit more this year. Then I do believe that David Montgomery still would snipe him on the touchdown in the green zone for touchdowns in the green zone. But I still want Jahmyr Gibbs for explosive plays. I believe he can win you a week because he can score a 70-yard touchdown. A lot of people don't believe in it. They rather have guys who's going to get 20 carries. And I understand that. Volume has been king, but it's not always king. Not in today's game. Not on a Mike McDaniels offense. Not a Miami Dolphins offense. The Detroit Lions defense, not Mike McDaniels, but the Detroit Lions offense with David Montgomery. I'm still stuck on Devon Achane with Jahmyr Gibbs getting the ball and using him in dynamic ways in the passing game. Okay, so moving on to my number 4 guy. My number 4 guy is going to be Ja'Marr Chase. Now listen, Ja'Marr Chase is a great talent. The only thing that makes me want to draft Tyreek Hill over Ja'Marr Chase is his injury history and Joe Burrow. I don't like the way that offense is. I think this offense is Ja'Marr Chase and Joe Burrow or bust. So that makes me a little bit nervous. But if Joe Burrow is healthy, Ja'Marr Chase is a phenom and he's getting hyper targeted and he can beat you downfield at any point in time. He's not as fast as Tyreek, but the guy is very explosive. Right, you don't have to be 4.2 to be explosive. You could be 4.3 and 4.4 and be explosive with it. So, only thing is keeping Ja'Marr Chase down a little bit. Where I'm taking him at the 1.7 and the 1.8 is his injury history. Not saying he's injury prone, but hey, he's been nicked up at times and missed some games. And also Joe Burrow it's all about Joe Burrow and Ja'Marr Chase. That's all they got. They don't have really. I'm not a big believer of T. Higgins. So make sure you pick up Ja'Marr Chase, guys. You know about Ja'Marr Chase. You know what he is. Draft him. I wouldn't draft him over Tyreek Hill. And I'm probably not drafting him over Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's a safer player. And that's for another video. Sorry about that. I think it froze a little bit. Apologize about that. Okay, let's move on. My next guy is going to be DK Metcalf. Yes, guys, DK Metcalf. I believe that DK Metcalf, guys, is a guy that you should be drafting for the boom. So if he give you 3 weeks of 10 or 12 points, don't be disappointed. Don't fade him. Don't bench him. You have to play this guy every week because if you don't, he's going to go off in a time where you like, hey, man, he's not going to play good against the Cowboys. The Cowboys got the best secondary in the NFL, and he still goes off and kills for 50 points. So these type of guys, you have to just play them. Now, he's not a great average per points per week guy. Like every week, he's not going to have 15 to 20 points. He'll give you 10 points. But then he's going to give you about 3 weeks where he score above 30, maybe 40. 30 point, 40 point, 30 point, 40 point. I'm trying to get this stuff. I want this thing go down, man. I will not do that again. I hate that seeing that.
Okay.
So let's move on from DK Metcalf. Guys, make sure you pick up DK Metcalf. Like Jackson Smith and Jigba may out target him, but it doesn't matter. He can't get a screen and take it 70 like that. Tyler Lockett is older. He can have big plays, but Tyler Lockett is older. But DK Metcalf is the guy who they paying a lot of money to, and he always have been top 3 in green zone targets in the NFL his whole career. So you got guys like Nico Collins, who was number 1. I think DK Metcalf was number 2 in targets in the green zone. All right, so let's move on to number 6. And my number 6 guy is going to be CeeDee Lamb. Yes, guys, CeeDee Lamb. And the reason why CeeDee Lamb, guys, is such an explosive player is just because, they don't got anybody else, and that's going to hyper-target him. CeeDee Lamb has been a healthy player. Now, he's like, I won't even call him Walmart Jamar Chase. He's just the elite guy, and it's almost like the same tandem of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, Dak Prescott, and CeeDee Lamb. I got to put some respect on CeeDee Lamb name this year. Now, am I taking him over Tyreek Hill? No. I'm not even taking him over some running backs. I'm probably not going to be getting to CeeDee Lamb, but that has nothing to do with his value and with the type of player. It's all in my preference. My preference is not CeeDee Lamb. That's just me. I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all, well, CeeDee Lamb is a bad player and the guy can play. Dak Prescott healthy and he's playing a good game. CeeDee Lamb's going to get off. To me, I like other guys. I like Amon-Ra St. Brown. I like some of these other guys. I even like B. John Robinson. I like other guys. But CeeDee Lamb, if you want him, guys, you can take him at the 1-2, 1-3. Shoot, you can take him 1-1 if you want to. That's up to you.
That's up to you. Okay.
So let's go to number 7. This is another Miami Dolphin. This is Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle. So I believe this Miami Dolphins is one of the most explosive teams in the NFL. So when you double team in Tyreek Hill and trying to stop Devon A-Chain, Jalen Waddle is going to have one-on-one coverage. And he's one of the fastest guys in the NFL. And I believe he's going to score long touchdowns this year. So that's why I'm targeting Jalen Waddle in all my leagues in the 3rd round, preferably. I preferably want to get him in the 3rd round. So guys, make sure I don't even mind you getting Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Devon A-Chain. There's nothing wrong with that triple stack. So let's move on to my number 8 guy. And this guy is a little farther down on the ADP board, but I've seen some comments about this guy, and it's going to be Christian Watson. The only reason why I want to draft Christian Watson is straight for boom. Over Romeo Doubs and Wiggs, who I believe are better route runners, but they not the athlete that Christian Watson is. If you go back and look at Christian Watson's athletic profile, he's second to Calvin Johnson of all time in the NFL Combine. So this guy, when he gets the ball in his hands and he catch it, he can score when he don't have hamstring injuries.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Harambe. Excuse me, guys. Yes, sir. That lets you know what type of offense that is with that many guys as boom players. But yes, guys, Christian Watson. So I'm taking a risk for him to be my flex play or my wide receiver 3 to get that boom.
All right, moving on,
guys. We got 2 more guys to go. My number 9 guy is going to be James Cook. Yes, guys, James Cook. And a lot of you don't like James Cook because he doesn't get used on the goal line all the time. They take him out. I understand that. Again, I tried to drill home with y'all that I'm not always drafting every player to be getting 100% of the goal lines. I just want the boom. And I believe that James Cook can have big plays. I believe this offense is going to be more of a run dominantly offense because that's why they got rid of Stephon Diggs. They wanted to, you know what? We're not going to be throwing the ball a lot around the yard. So we're going to use James Cook and also maybe Ray Davis, maybe some other guys, and then Dalton Kincaid, and then take some deep shots with Josh Allen. So I think James Cook, guys, is going to have a lot of big games. We have some games where he don't get the goal line touch, maybe so. I don't care. His ADP is not going to kill me if he don't get all the goal line touches. But if he don't have any boom games, it will. But he's going to have 3 to 4 boom games. Look, he had 3 to 4 boom games last year where he finished top 5, number 2, all that. So I believe he does that a little bit more this year. I believe he finished as a top 12 running back of overall points just because of the boom games.
Okay.
Last player, guys, and this is another running back, and it's Travis Etienne. Now, I'm not a big Travis Etienne guy, but I would not deny that this guy cannot score from anywhere on the field. He was the number 1 running back the first 5 weeks of the season, and then he got hurt, and then he kind of got nicked up, and then he went down a little bit. But this guy was scoring crazy. He was like, he would be getting stopped the whole game, and the next thing you know, 60-yard touchdown, he the RB2, he the RB1. That's why I tell y'all I love big plays.
Averaging 4 yards
A carry is kind of overrated. To me, I want to see how many big plays you have during the game. It even helps the offense in real life. A team could be shutting you down, and you get a big play, it'll make the defense step back. Now all your other stuff is going to start working now. That's why I like big plays in real life and also in fantasy football. So I believe Travis Etienne is going to have big plays, especially with this offense being reformed. That's why they went out and got Brian Thomas so they could get more explosive, which is going to open it up for Travis Etienne and Tanks Bigsby. I'm not worried about Tanks Bigsby. Nobody can do what Travis Etienne can do. He's probably going to catch more passes this year. Probably going to get used like he should be getting used early in his career. Hopefully he's working on his hands. His hands are not the best, but he can catch.
So
let's get to the comments.
Okay. I see y'all.
I see you, Big Will. I see Harambe, Zach, Charlene. Yes, sir.
Ethan says,
Yo, TD, when drafting, do you ever draft a guy in the 9th round to be on your bench, or would you just get a starting defense or kicker? Well, it depends. If it's a running back, yes, I will draft a guy like Ezekiel Elliott in the 9th round and stash him. If it's a stash, I'm okay with drafting a player in the 9th round instead of getting a defense. But that's why I tell y'all gotta get a draft consultation. It just depends on who's there. I'm not drafting no handcuff like no Alexander Madison just cause he's a backup and then I could get a starting kicker or a starting defense. But Ezekiel Elliott, who I know is going to be getting some work, some goal line work, yes, I'm going to making a pick. Maybe even a rookie running back that I believe who's going to, like a Vidal, a Kamani Vidal. Yes, I will go ahead and draft him in the 9th round.
okay. Hector,
What's up, Hector? Isaac says, no surprise, dude grew up in the NFL. Right. Harambe says Zamir or Ramondre. I'm probably going with Zamir slightly. The reason why I believe Zamir has a better offensive line than Ramondre. But Ramondre is going to catch some passes. But that's a great tomato. That's a great comparison, Harambe. He says, I feel it's a tomato scenario now. I agree. 100%. 100%. I would say I'm going to go with Zamir.
Zach says, I joined
a 32-team league, redraft league that includes defense, lineup spots include starting 1 wide receiver, 1 running back, tight end. Okay, I guess that's the super flex. Running back, wide receiver, 2 wide receivers, 1 IDP, 1 DL, 1 linebacker, 1 DB, and 9 bench spots. What would be the best strategy for that? So it looks like,
let me see. So you got 1
quarterback spot. I think you need to go get quarterback first. I think you need a quarterback first. The reason why I believe that you need a quarterback first is because it's 32 teams.
So you want to have
have a top 10 guy. So I would go get a quarterback now. If I'm like pick 16, I'm not gonna go quarterback. I'll wait and I'll try to get Bryce Young or somebody. And I would try to go get the best available player, which is probably a wide receiver like a Amon-Ra St. Brown. Where's redraft league? So maybe I would go get Tyreek Hill or Jamar Chase or somewhere if I'm like picking in the teens. But if I got a top 10 pick, I'm probably going quarterback. Depending on your league scoring. Depending on your league scoring. If the quarterbacks are not scoring really that much, then I would probably try to wait late and get a top bottom 16 quarterback, like from 16 to 32.
Zach says
It's this type of league. Right. It says Tyreek Hill #1. Okay. I don't think that's wrong. If quarterbacks are scoring, I don't want to have no sloppy seconds quarterback if I got the #1 overall pick. Because it ain't coming back to you in 32 picks.
Zach says, are you high
Higher on Marvin Harrison Jr.? No. I still like him. I still think he can ball out and be top 5. I don't know if he's going to be top 5 for the whole season, but could he be top 5 in the fantasy football playoffs? Yes. But I'm not. It just depends on who I'm drafting him over. Would I draft him over DJ Moore? Yeah, I can understand that. But I'm not drafting him, or would I draft him over DK Metcalf? Maybe. But I'm not drafting him over Jalen Waddle. I don't think I'm going to draft him over Devontae Smith. So that's kind of right there. I'm drafting him over T. Higgins. So it just depends on who it is. But I do believe in Marvin Harrison Jr., but it's all the cost. It's all about the cost.
Harami says, if
I can somehow land A-Chain in here, and right. You got a boom guy, big play guy, and you got a goal line guy. I think that's a nice tandem, Harambe. That's a nice tandem.
trying to get these.
Ethan says Eckler or Najee in full PPR this year. I'm probably taking Najee.
Even I'm willing to take
Najee in full PPR over Eckler. The reason why is Najee gonna get goal line carries. I'm chasing the goal line touchdowns. Those are premium in today's NFL. To me, not carries. It's only like 5 guys, maybe less than that, that's getting like 90% of the carries. So I'm chasing goal line opportunities. And Eckler is not going to get the goal line opportunities like Najee is. I believe Brian Robinson is going to be getting a lot of goal line opportunities. Eckler will be catching a lot of passes, but I don't know if his upside is bigger than Najee because of the goal line carries. Also, Najee's in a contract year.
Rami says,
I see massive touchdown potential there. Goal line, time killing. Right.
Ethan says, are you
more of a Jamar guy or a Breach Hall guy if they both on the clock? That's another great question. Tomato. And I'm going with Breach. But I'm a little bit nervous over injury. Usually I would say go with the wide receiver, but this is a special year for Breach. This is a year that he's coming off a knee injury. He's an explosive running back. He can catch passes. Aaron Rodgers is healthy. I want to try to get a part of that team. Pause. I want to be a part of that. So that's why I'm willing to if you want to say get cute because of what I've done in the past, that's fine. And if you want to go Jamar Barber, I don't got nothing to say to you. I don't have nothing to chastise you about. It's nothing wrong with taking Jamar over there because Jamar probably is the safest guy because of an injury. And also maybe even a better team with a better not a better quarterback, but just, he's going to get a lot of targets. To me, I'm just high on Breach this year.
I love how y'all put
Breach, man. I love it, man. Lets me know that I got a good channel. I love it. Zach says tomato question. Christian Kirk or Deontay Johnson? That's fantastic. That is, guys, y'all are very intelligent, very smart fantasy football players. No cap. That's a great question. I'm probably gonna go with Deontay Johnson. even though there's a little bit more weapons on Carolina. Christian Kirk, he's the most familiar wide receiver there for Trevor Lawrence, but I'm gonna still go with Deontay Johnson. I always call him the phone booth killer. Pause. Like, and I don't mean pause in that type of way. I don't want to be flagged by YouTube. But yeah, he is a phone booth monster. He's getting open fast and quick. That's why they got Bryce Young. Say he can get the ball out quick. That way he don't have to wait and be taking a bunch of sacks and getting sacked a lot. Zach, let me see.
Zach says
DK or Nico Collins. I'm going with woo. That is tough.
I'm probably going with
Nico because it's a better offense. I'm probably going with Nico because it's a better offense.
That's tough. That's a
Great question. Robert says, I take Chase personally. I like the scenario setting up for the year, but Breach is also insane. Right. You can't go wrong either way. You can't go wrong either way. Around me, CeeDee Lamb. That boy emoji game is like that. He got the best emoji game for all subscribers. Dick said, what's up, bro? He says, will CeeDee Lamb get more money than Jefferson? No. It's going to be right at that or right under. It's probably be about $5 million cheaper. Maybe $10 million cheaper. Maybe he might get it in bonuses, but he won't get it in guarantees. Can't nobody get now Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase might get more money than Jefferson. I don't think CeeDee Lamb will.
Excuse me. Robert says
opening an aquarium with all those dolphins. Yes, sir. Boom City. Boom City. Isaac says not if they pay Dak. I don't think they're gonna pay Dak. Unless Dak take a discount. Unless Dak takes a discount, I don't think he's going to get paid. I want us to get Shadir Sanders for next year. I think Shadir Sanders is ready to win a Super Bowl as a rookie. I said what I said. That's for another whole video. Zach says, could you do more videos on your favorite IDP defensive players? Yes, bro. But you know what I'm going to do? That's going to be, you know what? Bro, I'm going to see what tier you on. And maybe I might do a personal video to you. Pause, right? For the IDP because they don't do, man, my channel, man, I gotta do the hot videos because I'm trying to grow. Ain't nobody gonna click on them IDP videos like that. But you know what? I still might do one. But if you need more, because you are a member, I just gotta see what tier you're. If you're a rookie tier, then you know I might be able to post something on the member site. But if you are a Pro Bowl or better, I'll make a video. I gotta look and see what kind of perks I offer. But yeah, man, I definitely got you. But I will do IDP. I want to do a lot of IDP videos. But like I said, they don't click on them. Even the big channels, when they do IDP, they don't really click on them. If they get an average of 50,000 views and they do an IDP video, it might get 15,000. People ain't got to IDP yet.
Ethan says, honestly,
I don't mind getting Tyreek, Waddle, A-Chain, and Tua. Quadruple stat. And maybe even the kicker just for the cherry on top. Bruh, I don't think you can get too many of them because 2 of them going to be top 5, and that's going to win you the week. The other 2 might be top 24, and you definitely killed it. So that's why I don't think you can get too many guys on the Dolphins. Some people might tell you different. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Also, I'm trying this out. I did the horizontal live, but I don't know if it's going to hit the algorithm like the vertical live. So I just want to do an experiment and see what's going to happen. Because the vertical live is in there with the shorts, which a lot of people watch shorts. That's how I'm getting a lot of new subscribers by the shorts. Robert said, let James Cook give us the points. Yes. And I think he's going to eat this year, man. Zach Seaman says, tomato, ETN or A-Chain? A-Chain. A-Chain. Yep, and I like the reason why I like A Chain over ETN is because A Chain is on a better offense and he's going to be. I think his boom potential is like Barry Sanders. I'm not saying he's Barry Sanders, but he can score from anywhere on the field, and he's going to get more catches this year. So ETN is going to be a solid running back, but I'm going with A Chain over ETN. I also have A Chain ranked. Guys, make sure you get the draft guide. I have A Chain ranked over ETN. Robbie says, I want A Chain, bro. Yes. Pause for fantasy. Big Will says, most explosive rookie. Okay, I do positions. I do running back and I do wide receiver. Running back, I would probably go with Jalen Wright. And then secondly, I would do Tyrone Tracy. Those are the two running backs that I believe are the most explosive at the far as a rookie. Wide receiver, I would say Malik Neighbors. Number 2, Brian Thomas. And number 3, Torrey Franklin. Dixon says, who do you like for the Chargers? McConkey. There's nobody else there. QJ is a great stash, but I got to see it first. I do like Brendan Rice also as a deep dynasty stash. Harami says Nico or Waddle. I'm going Waddle over Nico. Waddle over Nico. Big Skrilla says Saquon, Kamara, Tyreek, DK, Gibbs, Bijan, Ayuk, Lamb, Lamar, CMC. I guess those are his most explosive players in fantasy. I agree with 70% of those guys. Tyreek, I like Saquon. DK, Gibbs, Bijan. Yeah, I think Bijan is good. I don't want to call him explosive. Not the guys that I got on the list, but I understand why you putting them on there. Definitely Lamb, and I do like how you put Lamar. I thought about putting Lamar on there. And CMC. Harami says, spicy take with Sanders. Woo-wee. Bro, hey, please hold me accountable. And if I make another mistake or whatever, make a wrong take, I'm willing to go down with this ship. I think Shadir Sanders is the best prospect to ever come out of college football as a quarterback. Over Dan Marino, over Andrew Luck, over Michael Vick, over all of them, over Cam Newton. Now, listen, he's not the athlete that those guys is, but I think when he runs to 40, I think we're going to be surprised. I think he might mess around and run a 4.4. And I didn't see it on the field. So that's going to make him even better. If a guy has a 4.4, the way he throws the ball, and he didn't even run like that, that shows you what type of he's ready for the NFL game. So I love Shadir Sanders. He said that he thought he was a crossbreed of Tom Brady and Michael Vick. And I said, if he believed that, I'm not saying I believe it, but I respect it. And I believe that he's faster than what we know. So I think Shadir Sanders is going to be better than Pat Mahomes, CJ Stroud, Dan Marino, all the guys. Cam Newton too. Now I'm not saying he's gonna have the same stats, but I think his career is gonna be better. Harami says, right fire. Can't wait to deploy him down this. Yeah, he might not get that much run early this year. Maybe not even this year. Just depends on the health of the backfield. But I definitely do. I definitely agree that he's very explosive. Zach Seaman says Waddle greater than Nico. I agree with that. Harami says Water is fire. Yes. Clayton, what's up, Clayton? Glad to see you here, bro. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. He says, would you go Breach over Bijan? No. But it's tomato. It's very, very close. I don't think you can go wrong either way, but I'm going with B. John. The reason why is I believe that the Atlanta Falcons had the best run offense in the whole NFL last year. So to me, I'm willing to go with B. John Robinson over Breach because of I know B. John gonna catch a lot of passes, 50 to 70 passes easily as a floor, and I believe that he's gonna get all the goal line rushing opportunities. Breach is too. But I believe the offensive line is the biggest difference. I feel safer with the Atlanta Falcons offensive line. I think they had 2 or 3 offensive linemen who graded high in PPF. No, PFF. I'm sorry, PFF. Pro Football Focus.
Charlene says,
The D on your cap stands for Dallas or Dolphins. Laugh out loud. Now it stands for Duke. Stands for Duke Blue Devils.
Zach says,
I have Jalen Wright on my bench in Dynasty. Should I trade a first round for A-Chain to get the Dolphins running back stack?
you know what?
It depends on your team. I don't think that's a bad move. It depends on your team. I don't want you to do it just to do it to mess up your team, because you want to be able to have a first round pick next year, especially to get Shadir Sanders. But I would do it if you. I don't know the rest of your team. Like I would need to sit down and look at it and probe it, pause. But I like that going to. Sometimes you got to spend that first. That's what I like to do. I like to spend my first round picks for a running back. That way, it puts my team over the top, and I can go win a championship.
Isaac says,
That's what they said about RG3. Now, Shadir Sanders and RG3 way two different players. Shadir Sanders is a pocket passing quarterback who reads the defense. Like RG3 was an athlete. RG3 was a hurdle champion. He ran. He was a track star, and he hit a strong arm. He was a guy that you said was the most accurate in college. Shadir Sanders might be the most accurate quarterback in college right now. That's why I like Shadir Sanders. It ain't just because he's out there and he's got a Deion Sanders last name. It's because when I see him in the pocket, he looks like Tom Brady in the pocket. That's the reason why I would say he's way different than RG3. RG3 athletic ability was RG3 could run.
Charlene says, the waiver wire
Why is your best friend in fantasy football unless your league uses Fab? Right. And my league uses Fab. I like Fab. I don't like waiting. I don't like holding on to a number 1 pick and you know who gonna get him. I like spend up to go get your guy. If you want him, I like even auction drafts.
Harami says,
The Sanders take is awesome. The next year's quarterback class is Mew so far, but we got a season to play. Right.
and
Me personally, if he don't play good, I think it's gonna be a great for another team to get him, especially my Dallas Cowboys.
Durf boy,
Hey, what's up, bruh? He said, what do you think about Brian Thomas? I love Brian Thomas. I love Brian Thomas. I love Brian Thomas. Pause. I think he's gonna be in an explosive role that Calvin really couldn't provide for Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence like guys that are 50-50 guys. Pause. And I mean 50 when I say 50-50 guys, I mean guys who can go up and do jump balls and win contesting catches. And I believe Brian Thomas is that type of wide receiver. That's why they let Calvin Ridley go. Calvin Ridley is a great route runner, but Trevor Lawrence is not really great with anticipation, phone booth type wide receivers. He more of a athletic guy. I'm gonna throw it up, you go get it, make the play. Like for Mike Williams, he did it for Mike Williams. He did it for who was that? The guy from Cincinnati, T. Higgins.
I love Brian Thomas
Jr. I'm taking them at the end of the first round in rookie startups. Or rookie drafts. Not rookie startups, but rookie drafts. Arami says, Isaac, how is that scapula? That's what it was, right? Yes. The back shoulder. Hopefully you're doing good, bro. Zach says, my team is stacked in Dynasty. I don't need the picks, and there's not a lot on the bench spots for stashing. Got Brian Thomas Jr., Jalen Wright, Vidal in the rookie draft for this year. Yeah, I would go ahead and get them then. If you don't really need, if you already stacked, you don't need the picks, I would go get A-Chain. I think you need to do that.
Isaac said it hurts
Hurts like hell.
So, guys,
This is what I want to talk to you before I get out of here. I want to talk to you about. Guys, I've been wanting to do a mock draft, but they don't look at the algorithm. Go look at my mock draft. They getting 100 views. Now listen, y'all love my fans, so this is what I'm thinking. Maybe I just do it for y'all. Maybe I just do a member where everybody can view it, but I just make it only for the members because it doesn't do anything for the algorithm. But I will. I do want to make sure y'all getting what y'all need. So I will do a video for y'all, but I'm not going to do it for algorithm. It doesn't help me out. It doesn't help my channel grow. I don't think I got a subscriber off one mock video. So y'all guys, let me know what you think about the mock videos, how I should do it. I'm willing to be open-minded, and I want to hear y'all comments. What do you think about the mock drafts? So you got to think about that I'm a growing channel, right? So just because you like it, that's fine. I'm good with that. So I might just do it just for the members and say let only members comment, and we just do mock draft that way. But I'm not going to do it and try to get it out in the algorithm and stuff like that. That way, and so if we do it and it don't fill up, I'm not going to be doing them that much. And I'm still going to do some more just to make sure we got the practice. But they're not good in the algorithm.
Thank you, Harambe.
Thank you. He says, member one is cool. Right. Charlene says, the Washington coaches got scared because RG3 didn't go down fast enough and RG would get hit hard. Right. He didn't know how to slide. But I think he's on a whole different level. Now, listen, for his athletic ability, he's second to none. Like, RG could play. That's why he was really good as a rookie. But I don't think he's on Shadur Sanders' level.
Zach says member
draft. That's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do it for the members. But y'all gotta make sure. I'm gonna try to time them up ahead of time. So y'all gotta make sure that y'all come in.
Make sure y'all fill
the draft up. I might even do some late night ones. I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe me and Harambe can do some late night when we go live late night. We might go do a regular live, and then we might turn around and do a mock draft with y'all. It just depends.
All right, guys.
Well, I guess I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to do a regular video early in the day, and maybe I might do a late night stream. Probably no mock draft. The mock draft probably gonna be for Sunday, for members only. Yes, sir, Harambe.
All right, guys. I'll see y'all
later. Peace.